what is cool of what you just said is that you know what you want to be and you know what you want to do. I think there's way too many people that are just lost, not knowing what to do, don't have even desire, kind of really lost, going day by day and living life that they're just kind of lost. So if you know what you want, if it's dog training, if it's whatever it is, go for it. Definitely go for it. So we're gonna have, not sure, I guess I should start with what I need to start and let you know what's going on. First thing, we have a graduation, the Training Without Conflict course that I do. We have a graduation, certification weekend this weekend. So hopefully everybody's coming, and we have 3 days of training, testing, talking dogs, training dogs, all that cool stuff. The weather should be nice. We're getting ready and cannot wait to get everybody here and do what we do the best. We have so this weekend, that's what's happening. It's like a certification time. The next weekend we have just a workshop, training days, IGP stuff mostly, kind of recover from the trial a little bit, but then, man, it's busy, it really is. So the 10th of April, we have my new course is starting. So if you're kind of debating if you should do the course or not do the course, there's few spots still left before we close. So if you want to talk to me anything about the course, I'll be happy to answer your questions. As I said, it starts on the 10th. You can also email us. I can give you a lot of information and convince you that you should do it. There is another thing that we are working on that's gonna probably be pretty cool. We're gonna release like a mini course. I did a workshop for pet dog trainers. I think it was January, I don't know. Maybe some can help me. I don't remember exactly. It's just been so busy for real. But yeah, we had a workshop in January, 3 days of pet professional trainers that came. It was very, very cool. We filmed everything and we're almost done with editing, and we will make, basically we're gonna make a mini course just for those of you that want to at least get a little taste of what Training Without Conflict and what I teach and what we do. The new course, the name of the workshop and the course itself is called Make Your Dog Somebody. And it's basically, again, it's kind of like a introduction to the TWC. But as interesting as it will be, of course, it doesn't come close to the actual course. The actual course is quite intense and pretty, you go really deep into everything. So in that mini course, if we're gonna call it like this, I just started calling it this way, but basically we're gonna cover a lot about, we're gonna talk about play. As you know, play is my go-to, always first choice for anything dog training. So building confidence through play, building a better game, benefit of play in pet training, of course, how to use play as a trainer. Also, we talk a lot about how to structure lessons with a client, how to do interviews, and how to gather the data that you need to, and get the owner involved so you can make a sound plan. We talk about play, but we also talk about the electric colors. We talk about anything that involves dog training, of course. We're planning to release that around 25th, 27th of March, which is pretty close. There's gonna be, we will send emails, we will post so you know when it's available. It will be interesting. As I said, it will be definitely very interesting. It will give you a little taste of what it's going to be about. Most likely, if you're serious into dog training, you will want more, and you're gonna want to go deeper into the concepts, and that's where the course is gonna come in place. Then what else do we have? We have thinking to go to California probably for the AWDF IGP competition. Let's make sure this thing doesn't die on me, because I'm not that good with those. When I was in Europe, I got a cigar, I got a lighter, and the lighter went dead on me because the cigar was just, I'm not that good smoking cigars. So but yeah, so probably I'm gonna go to California. I'm gonna go with Natalia. Natalia is apprenticing judging. I'm gonna most likely enter the IGP competition. It's gonna be really crazy, because as soon as I do that, then we have to return back home and fly to Greece for the FMBB, the Belgian Shepherd World Championship, which is really the trial that I wanna go to. But since my dog is getting old, he's already 7 years now, I cannot make up my mind. I still have some time to decide if I want to do California or no. This is 2 trials, a lot of traveling, very different as far as tracking. I mean, everything's going to be so different, and there is a big chance that if I do the one, the other one may not be as good. So I don't know. This is something that now it's in my head. But as I said, the first thing, we're getting ready for the students that are coming to certify this weekend. I'm working on a lot of really interesting cases that we're gonna go over. There's gonna be some videos for those that are coming to the certification day. Just so you have heads up, there will be some interesting videos to watch and explain and prescribe how you would deal with this type of problems. And yeah, let me just see how this goes here. What do you guys want to talk about? That thing is definitely gonna die. I've been have a lot of puppies also, man. There's quite a bit of puppies that are coming up. We have to train, we have to evaluate, we have to do a lot of things with puppies. That's gonna be you know, that's gonna be the next thing. A leader's gonna be born pretty soon here. One, we have 13 eyes and a female that I really like from my breeding as well. They are about now like close to 3 weeks. So in a little time, it will get really crazy here. Marcelo puppies, we actually have a very long waiting list for puppies. So we, even though we have a lot of puppies, we don't have anything just available that you can just purchase right away. So if you're interested in puppies, you have to contact us, send us an email or message on the pages, and then we can go from there. And as far as Hannah, what you're asking, let me see, is the full TWC course valuable to a pet trainer? Yeah, it's really, I mean, it's the course is not geared to any specific. It's not like for sport trainers or pet trainers service dog. It's really, it exposes you and it teaches you learning theory in a way that I don't think anybody else teaches or understands it. It's a very, very different course, and the moment, like from the very first module, the moment you start, you realize that. So yes, if you want to do, if you want to do like a pet stuff, that's, you know, we have probably, I would say, I don't know. I mean, most of the trainers are most likely are professional pet trainers. We get also trainers, people that own dogs, not necessarily being professional trainers, and they go through the same program as everybody else just because they're curious, they want to learn something. And we are offering something very different. Hey Kim, how are you? But yeah, if you want to talk about the what you're gonna learn as far as pet training, it's, you know, we have like the course is really well rounded. You get to benefit and take advantage of, you know, learning from all areas of dog training and being able to move them around and apply them to what you want. But we definitely go very, very thorough and very deep into pet stuff. So if that's what you're doing, there is nothing less. Cindy, let's see, what are you saying? Not to stir up emotions on science. Have you received any conversation with the scientists on aversion training versus reward-based? So yeah, I just finished a very cool podcast a few days ago, so that's gonna come out. The person that I did a podcast with is really, really, I mean, not just knowledgeable, but he has a bunch of PhDs on neuroscience and behavior and learning, and he teaches, and it's like a very interesting podcast, I think. There is another one coming that's a very big surprise. It was not supposed to happen, but I just got a message a couple of days ago and we will have that podcast. So there is 2 podcasts that will kind of go about talking about those kind of stuff. Science and behavior and learning and reward-based training versus, I don't know, I was going to say punishment-based training, but then there is no such thing as punishment-based training. Paul, you're missing, but you can always rewatch it. Is it still cold up there? Come to California. I don't know if I'm gonna go, but I will let everybody know, and if, you know, California should be close for you. So yeah, Chrissy, that's I remember you were at the mini course, and that's what got you in the course. There was several people that did come to that pet workshop and basically immediately signed up. It's, I don't know. I mean, anybody that is interested, thank you, Larry. Anybody that is interested and wants to learn what my course is about, it's really very hard to explain. Like it's a total surprise for every single person that goes through my course. Like if I open messages and testimonials and whatever, you will think that people are just, talking, just trying to sell my course. But it's very deep, and it's information that you don't get anywhere else. I will make you think in a very different way about learning, about dog training. And yeah, it's not a what you would expect. Like, as I said, every single person that has gone through the course within the very first module has been surprised. So in a good way. Mason, what's up? I have to keep that cigar going. It takes some skill. I don't have the skill. Let's see what's going on. Joseph, what's going on there? Thank you, Kendra. Let's see, Canine Rex. Whoops, man, it's jumping. My messages are going too fast. Hold on. Do you use strictly raw food in your silicone tracking? Man, talking about tracking. No, I don't. Tracking is a very interesting topic, and depending how much time we have tonight, we can dive a little bit into it, but it all depends what is the weather, what the the temperature is outside, and and we have fire ants here. So if I put raw food right now, the ant's gonna attack it and it's gonna get really bad. So London, how are you, man? Hopefully you got things going with the what was it? It was a girl, right? Your border collie. I think it was a girl. Hopefully you got things. I'm very curious to see how things are doing for you. So anytime you want to check in with me, I'll be curious to hear what's up. Larry, worth every penny. Thank you. It's very hard to talk about my course. Like, it sounds like it's just trying to push and sell something, and especially that everybody else is talking nice about it. But Jackson, I think I'm gonna see you soon. Yeah, Kim. Yeah, you're right. There is an obedience workshop. That's right. When is the obedience workshop? Uh-oh. Yeah. I'd love to see a podcast with you and Advance the Brush. Man, that could be interesting. It's gonna be very difficult podcast, because if me and him talk French, my French, that's not gonna go well. But that might not be a bad idea eventually to think of something like this. It can be cool. Grayson, have a question. Can we pull out some sleeves April 1/3? Yeah, why not? I mean, we do that. We have to. Raja, that's right, London. That's right, Raja. Very cool. Lakeland, Florida. Hello, neighbor. Okay, so oh my God. the obedience workshop is 1st through the 4th. I mean 1st through the 3rd. Yes, this is like tomorrow. It's gonna be so busy. So we have the certification this weekend. We have a workshop, then we have another workshop, then on the 10th the new course starts. Man, it's gonna be crazy. I would love to watch an obedience workshop online. Yeah, that's gonna be hard to do. That's gonna be hard to do. Esther, you're coming to the workshop. That will be awesome. I cannot wait also to see how far you're going. I've been paying attention, but yeah, they're growing up, so it's gonna be very cool to see. Let's see. Jennifer, I'm importing a dog from Ukraine, 3 months. 3 months old or in 3 months. If we can make this happen, I'd love to bring my 1-year-old female and new male puppy. Okay. Yeah, you can bring I don't know what you're asking, Jennifer. That's you got me all confused. Are you talking about the obedience workshop or which one are you thinking of? Brian, bad boy, checking in. Man, I wonder if he will even remember me at this point. That will be. I think he will remember me. He must be all stud looking. Gotta stop by sometime. I definitely want to see what's going on. What do we have? Mason, you were here like 2 days ago for 3 days, but definitely we're waiting for you to help again. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. That one podcast that's coming up, I think everybody's gonna really like it. The next one, hopefully, I don't know when I'm gonna do that next one with the schedule being so busy, but I don't know. Have to make it happen because it's very, very, very good. Yeah, it was not supposed to happen because I cannot give anything away, but it's gonna be a good one. Jennifer asking, can we all come together? I am not sure what to come all together to one of the workshops. I don't know if I'm really bad with names, so I don't know if you have signed up for the obedience or which one. But we'll get back to you and let you know. That will be cool. David, thank you. I'm glad you like the course, and hopefully you're studying because it's not gonna be easy. Don't want to scare anybody, but the tests that I have, they're getting better and better, and I am so curious to see how you guys gonna be able to answer and how you're gonna go through the test. I know that you have the knowledge, but you have to be able to really, think the way TWC trainer would think and solve problems. So it's gonna be very cool to see. Yeah, Jennifer, that's the best thing to do. Talk to Eric or Julie. I'm gonna see you soon. Also, I have a man. Tarzan is doing really good, but I kind of try not to do too much with him right now because I really want to focus on ice and really, it's his time, and that's really what's going on. it's all about ice. But I definitely dying to see your puppy. They are now what, like I think 8 months or somewhere in there, right? So hopefully the weather, who knows what the weather is, if it's gonna get too hot. Of course we have the lights and we're gonna train nighttime, which is just as good. John, yeah man, you gotta come over. Like you got that new place and now it's like you never get out. You need to come over. It's time. So Hannah, it doesn't, like, it totally doesn't make it difficult. The cool thing about the course is you can be literally anywhere in the world as long as you have Wi-Fi. Like I have students like from all sorts of, just say any part of the world you can think of. Like right now I have people from Singapore and India and yeah, I mean anywhere. Then, and the way it works is you do the online and you go through several modules. Then when you have questions, or even if you don't have questions, we schedule a Zoom call. We go in depth, kind of breaking down what the modules are about. Then you have a little test and we go on like this until the end. And eventually you do come to Florida. In some cases, we do make exceptions if people are, especially with COVID, how it was, there was a lot of people that, like, I mean, Belgium, Portugal, whatever, like literally from anywhere. And, we still can manage somehow to do the tests and the certification that way. So there's always ways, but yes, it's not a problem. It's actually, that is the cool part about the course and the technology, how everything is today, that you can be anywhere in the world and it's very easy. So if you think to do it, you will definitely be ready for a big surprise and you're gonna learn a ton, that's for sure. Let's see what Cindy has. Reputable breeders checklist. Yeah, this is breeding is always a interesting topic, and it can become very serious and very addicting. You learn a lot through breeding. I've been thinking sometimes to mix. Gosh, I mean, I've been breeding since 1989. That's a very long time. And I don't know, I probably have more than 1,500 puppies, who knows. So there is a lot of experience, and I definitely don't wanna, I do want to share that. So we are thinking about something to do with, teaching this. Thank you, Sam. The revolution of dog training. Yeah. Changes you as a dog trainer, changes you as a person. You go through the course, I promise you. Like you know what is really interesting? Like every single person that has gone through the course. Okay, not every single one. There's been few that couldn't make it. There's few that, for one way or another just didn't get it. And that's normal with everything, The way the course is, it's not like you pay the money, you go through the course, you get a diploma, and now you're TWC trainer. If you cannot pass, if you don't understand it, then you definitely not gonna certify. But if you do certify as a trainer, and I watch everybody that has gone through the course and how they have evolved. Like I watch, with social media, it's so easy now because you can see them do things before and after taking the course. Everybody that has graduated has like changed everything about their training. Gwen, how old is Gangster? He's gotta be like, man, he's gotta be 9 or something, right? Hopefully he's healthy and everything's going well. Cochrane, Kim, what is, I don't get that one. Okay, Michael was asking, can you recommend a book on understanding the way a dog thinks? No, that's man, this is, I don't know even what you mean by a book that explains what a dog thinks. You really, it's very difficult to get those things from a book. Books are, I cannot think of a book like that. How dogs think, what makes dog tick, what motivates them, who they are. That's pretty much what the course is about. Like you really start to understand it in a very different way. When is your healing part 2 coming out? Yes, it's coming out. We are watching it over and over and trying to see. One of the I don't know if I should reveal some secrets of ours here, but why not, right? One of the debate that I have with myself is the video is pretty long, the part 2 competition healing, and it's not like a podcast, it's a heavy thing. It's different when I sit with somebody and I have 3-hour conversation, that's different. But the actual instructional video, when it's too long, I think it starts to be a problem. And so we may end up making part 2 and 3 just because it's really very heavy and very long. And that's kind of where we are with it, just kind of debating how to do this. But there's going to be some news coming up. This is really, it's time to get it out. Matt, it's been a year since I completed the course. Best thing I ever done. Thank you. I guess another thing, if I tell you about the course, is that, for those of you that have not done it, because there is plenty of people that have done the course right now on that live chat, but you go through the course and then I would start getting messages from you. Probably as soon as you're done, you're going to be so ecstatic that, like, one of the first things that I get is I can now talk to clients in a very different way. I'm not bullshitting anybody. I am very openly discussing things, and my approach to how I work with clients totally changed. So that's kind of probably the very first breakthrough. And then there's going to be like few months will go by. There's going to be another big one, all the way to like a year. And it's like, Ivan, thank you. You have no idea how it has changed everything I do. And I love when I read those things, but it's very cool. So it's as Matt is saying, it's really kind of a very long-term process that you, I give you a lot of tools and a lot of ideas, and then with time and you practicing and understanding, you actually get to move the pieces on your own, and that's when it gets really, really interesting as a dog trainer. Wow, Gwen, he's only 7 years old. Why am I thinking 9? Like, that's very cool. Okay, okay. Yeah. Okay, Kim, I got it. Yeah. The healing part 2, Phil, I just mentioned, I just talked about it. Hopefully you heard me talking about it. So, yeah, long video is great, but it's really when you, I don't want to mix things. Like, I don't want to have in the same video how to do stuff and how to problem solve things that you have problems with, you know. Thank you, Tuan. Congratulations again on the new IGP1. Mario, yeah, that's an option. Release 2 and 3. I mean, if we release them separately, they will kind of come at the same time, most likely, because, as I said, everything is pretty much done. Cyantan. Yes, there is another call that's coming up, and I don't know, are you going to be able to make it? Or we're going to do the certification stuff on a Zoom call, probably. We'll see what happens, right? But I'm glad you like it so far. I think a lot of the things, I like how you think, you know. Every time when I read the posts and everything on all the discussions, I think you're spot on. You're getting the ideas of what the course is about for sure. Ali, Franklin, I gotta see him. I cannot wait to see him. Hopefully he's a good boy. If I'm not hearing anything, that means things are good, right? So, but yeah, send me some pictures, send me something. I would definitely want to see him. Hannah, you send your application. Cheers to that. I promise you, and everybody here on that chat is a witness, in few months you will be so grateful and that you made a move. I'm not sure what your experience is, what, you know, where you are with dog training, but if you're starting from the beginning or if you have done it for 20 years, it would not matter. It will change you. I promise you, it will change everything you do with dogs and clients. So congratulations. I'm glad that you made the move. Who's bringing rape? What are you, Matt, what are you talking about? This is not a ayahuasca retreat. Or that's a typo maybe. The community that comes with the course is another huge plus. I have met some great people this year from all over. Yeah, that's actually it's very true. There is a, and the community is growing, and what is very interesting, there is a whole other aspect of after you go through the course and after graduate, you almost feel like you can see people that you admire, people that you thought they're really, really good, and you kind of start to get like, man, I think I understand better than what they're doing. And there is a point that you need to talk to people that have graduated through the course in order for you to grow further, because you definitely start to build a very common language, and you understand, and your approach is different. So that community is really it's a very cool thing to watch how it's evolving and growing. for sure. Dylan, pet dog trainer from upstate New York. Possession games and chasing cat changed everything for me. You're welcome. You're welcome. Kevin, how are you doing? You know what is cool about, like, even the videos, like all of my videos, when people watch them, when you purchase possession games or something, but then you take the course and then you watch the video again, and it's like, it really is like you're watching it for the first time. And there is no new information. The video is still the same, but you definitely understand in a very different level what I'm talking about. Yeah. Australia. Anthony, where in Australia are you, man? How is it? It's I haven't been there. The last time I was in Australia, I think it was like a month or 2 months before COVID came. That was probably yeah, that's exactly what happened. That was my last time I was there. Julio, loved your podcast with Michael Ellis. Yeah, that was it was very cool podcast. I like all of my podcasts. They're just not really, it's kind of talking dogs. And with Michael, I called him, I'm like, hey, you want to do a podcast? We haven't talked in forever. And then we start talking and I'm like, okay, let's stop talking, hang up, and we do it during the podcast because obviously we have a lot to talk about. So that's kind of how that happened. Jill, the course is game changing. So grateful for the knowledge and the WC community. Thank you, thank you. Yes, Desi, make it happen. You will like the course whenever. Like sometimes people think it's too expensive and the times are different and whatever. And this all may be true or not, but if you're passionate about something, if you really want to chase a dream, if you don't go all in, most likely you're not going to make it happen. Sometimes you really have to just be that focused on something and go for it. As I said, like, I wish I can tell you, like, you know, one of the very cool ones, like lately with my class right now, I asked them, we have this close Facebook group, so I asked them, like, how now that you've gone through almost more than half of the modules, what do you think? How would you describe the course to somebody? And there was a one person, I mean, there was really cool comments, but one was like, I feel like I was looking at dog training in black and white, and now it's all color. And yeah, it's really cool watching, listening to comments like this. Very, very cool. Many Franklin pictures and videos to come. Yes, I'm glad that you like them. Very, very glad that you like them. Hopefully, if we go to California, obviously we're gonna see each other. I'm not 100% if that's gonna happen, but if we do, we'll be able to spend some time and check him out and see what's going on. Mauricio, hi from Ecuador. Very cool. Matt was responding to me. Okay, very cool. Matthew, the GI Bill, yeah, there was, I think we were working on something, trying to see if we can make something happen. I'm not sure exactly where we are with that. But if you send us an email, I guess we will be able to let you know. I'm not sure, but I know that we were definitely looking into that, so maybe it's gonna happen. Jose, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to save some money. Take your course. I'm an electrician. I was an electrician. I still play around with screwdrivers when I really need to. But I want to be a dog trainer so bad. It's all I think about when I'm at work. Yeah, that's taking the course or not taking the course. What is cool of what you just said is that you know what you want to be and you know what you want to do. I think there's way too many people that are just lost, not knowing what to do, don't have even desire, kind of really lost, going day by day and living life that they're just kind of lost. So if you know what you want, if it's dog training, if it's whatever it is, go for it. Definitely go for it. If you don't try, I am firm believer that if you put your intention on something and you don't get distracted, the problem is that we always get distracted. We always think, okay, well, I'm gonna have to do this first. I have to save this. I have to, and in my opinion, these are distractions that just keep you away from your main focus, your main goal. And so, I remember when I first started dog training, it was it was in Bulgaria. It was communism. It was very different times, and I knew what I wanted. It was just very difficult to escape the country. It was not as easy to just buy a ticket and go somewhere and start learning. So it took me a few years to arrange this to happen, but I never put it off. And my advice for anybody that really wants to be a dog trainer, it's go, don't give it a try, like really just go for it, Max, hello man. How is Philippines? I was gonna go to Hong Kong, but it's just too crazy. It's like they just keep changing COVID restrictions. They're still in a very strange place. So I don't know. One day. Paul Feo says hi. She's playing nicely. I know, man. You make a big change with her. In 2 days, she came and she was already playing chase and catch like a pro. So that was very cool. She's big too. I see her on your Facebook. She's getting big. She's really kind of. She was like this as a puppy, but I cannot wait to see what she's gonna turn into be. Gilbert, hello. Another person from the Philippines, Louisiana, Amy, hello. Rob, you're gonna leave us and go for dinner. That's acceptable. I'll see you soon. Amy, you're my favorite trainer in the world, next to my local friend who trains for Homeland Security. They train by a dog, but I rely on your technique to keep her on her toes. Very cool. Thank you. Canine Rex, what is the one thing you have changed in your daily training agenda in the last 10 years? Ooh, that's man, that's a hard one. This is like we have like the Malinois team that's going to the World Championship in May in Greece, and we have this little questionnaire to kind of make some presentation about the dogs and the people that compete. So one of the questions was similar to this, and there's such hard questions. Like there is so many changes. There's always changes. But what is kind of interesting is people that know me and that know my training, they can tell 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and today, when they see a dog that's working, there is like a trademark, there's some stamp that you see a very specific performance. And so yeah, there are changes, but I guess hard question. Rosie, do you do seminars on the West Coast? Any IGP trainers on West Coast that you love on wait list for your puppies? Okay, that's cool. Very good. Hopefully you get your puppy soon. West Coast right now, there is a lot of trainers. There is a lot of things going on. It depends what kind of breed and what you do, but there is like a lot going on. If it's for IGP, yeah, I mean, you have quite a few people in the Bay Area. You have Team Cutter, you have Marco and Sarah, they're up in Oregon, but I think they go down to the Bay Area. Down south, there is quite a few. There is actually California and West Coast was a little bit for quite some time nothing happening, and I think they're really becoming more and more alive. So you're definitely gonna be, when the time comes and you get the puppy, I'll definitely recommend some people for sure. Do you do any seminars? I do, but they are so random to where it's just my schedule is very crazy, and sometimes I like to go to seminars, but they're very random. Like it's totally spontaneous. Like it's very hard to say when and what, Anthony, Southwest Atlanta, Ring Sport. Love what you're doing with Miles. Keep up. Thank you. Okay. Man. That was good to catch up. I think, I don't know how long we've been going. It's almost an hour. Again, to kind of wrap up things, if anybody is interested in the course, email, message. I'm more than happy to talk to you about and explain what we do. The pet workshop mini course that's going to come out, you're going to get some taste and flavor of what we do. A lot of times that one of the reasons we decided to do that one is because people for some reason always think of me as a sport dog trainer, and which is really kind of crazy, but I get it. I never really advertise pet training because I just select very specific kind of interesting, special, difficult cases for training, and so we have no more than 4 or 5 dogs at any given time here. But I've been training pet dogs since 1998 or something, professionally. So that's gonna be an interesting one. A podcast gonna get released. Then we have the workshop, the obedience workshop. I'm really looking forward to see all of you here and get some nice training done. And then, as I said, the next course, TWC course, starts on the 10th of April. So there is not much time left. There is few opening spots left. So make sure that if you are thinking, get in touch with me. I'll convince you that you should do it. It takes very little. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. Zach, where you've been. Maybe I see you in. You coming? Are you coming to the workshop? That'll be cool. All right, Cindy, take care. Yeah, the GI Bill. Somebody already asked Nick, and I kind of answered, but I really don't have a definite answer. We are working on. I know this is coming up more and more, and I know that we are working on something. I'm not sure where we are with it. But for right now, people just get the course, just pay the price, and that's kind of how they go. You know. All right. So nice talking to everybody. 1 hour of conversation. Too many dogs to work thanks to PwC. Cool. Very cool, very cool. All right, people, thank you for joining me. I'll most likely I don't really do Facebook lives that often, and if I do it, it's just like this. It's very random. I just decided, okay, maybe I'll go live. But I will make another one at some point, and looking forward to see most of you in all these different events that are coming up. Okay, all the best. Good night.